Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Today we're going to be going over the Minecraft 1.1 update, aka the exploration update. Let's go ahead and switch over. So I'm going to be going over this in not in too much detail because obviously whenever I make these videos, I want you guys to play. That way you get a full understanding of the gameplay and things like that. But I will let you guys know what's going on. So to start off with, we are going to cover mobs. There are 4 new mobs in the game, and give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a spawn egg here. I can't have this one spawned in the game yet. So the first one, these are known as illagers. They're basically relatives to villagers, and they're evil. So this is the Vindicator, and they are not very nice. Not very nice at all, actually. They spawn with an axe in their hand. They're hostile towards players and villagers. And they may drop an emerald or an iron axe upon death. And they're not too bad. I mean, of the two, this one is definitely the tamer of the two. So this next one is an invoker. And the invoker is somebody who will drop a very rare item called the Totem of Undying. And it's very good to have. This guy in battle does 2 different things. The first thing he will do is spawn Vexes, which is in my inventory, and then there's another thing called Fangs. You ever watch Harry Potter and you see the little book crawling across the floor? That's what Fangs looks like. It's freaky as can be, dude. And so the invoker itself will spawn this guy in my hand here. This is like a ghost. So as you can see, they just kind of, flip through blocks and do their thing, just like that. That's why I couldn't, keep them. So the Vex is only spawned by the Invoker itself, hostile towards players and villagers, and it's, similar to Ghosts. As for passive mobs, these are llamas, and for some reason these turn backwards. So llamas can be equipped with saddles for riding. It drops leather. And it has multiple skins as well. You can also put different types of llamas, like carpet, into the llama. So if I were to go and, say, grab a magenta carpet, and then hold on, let me get off of him here. Anyways, he's got an inventory. But he's being a jerk right now and doesn't want to comply. He's got an inventory, and you can put a carpet on him to give him different colors. And you can also ride him. And you can store blocks and stuff inside of him as well. So, let's talk about the items or the blocks in the game. The 2 new blocks in the game are the Observer and the Shulker Box. The Shulker Box is a storage container, which you already know about. And the Observer is a redstone block that observes block change in front of it and will pretty much light up anytime there is a change within that state in front of it. As for items in the game, there are Shulker Shells, which drop from Shulkers, and the Totem of Undying, which drop from the mobs over there. Now, that's pretty much it. There is one other item. It's called an Exploration Map. And the Exploration Map is, you get those from villagers. You can trade them for emeralds to find the newer stuff inside the game. So I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to come back and show you some of the new world generation. Okay, guys, we are now at a woodland mansion. This is one of the main things that spawns in the game that was for this update. These things are pretty hard to find, and if you don't use commands in your world, you're probably going to have to travel upwards of 10,000 blocks to find one. If you're using commands, you can use the command locate mansion, and it will find one for you. These things are 3 stories. They have lots of dangerous mobs, and depending on what you see as loot, there's some treasure in here. Not that much, though. That was one thing that kind of disappointed me before was, the sort of lackluster stuff. But, I mean, if you're looking for, like, decorative blocks and things like that, this is the perfect place for you. Because you can just come in here and pretty much raid the crap out of this thing and, get all the goodies that you'll ever need in your entire life, essentially. Now, with the woodland mansions, they only spawn in roofed forests, and like I said, they're decently hard to find. You're gonna have to travel for quite a ways. This is a end-game type exploration that you're gonna have to try to find. I always wondered if there was something inside of that. No. Anyways, so with the woodland mansions comes all those new mobs that we talked about, the Vexes and everything spawn inside of here. So it's kind of worth it if you're playing to try to find one of these. Another thing that you should know is that with these, you can find these with the Woodland Explorer maps, which you find within the Cartographer Villagers. And unfortunately, these chest rooms have nothing in them, but yeah, you can find them with the Cartographer Villagers, which is how you get the ocean maps and things like that. Treasure maps, essentially. That was one of the new items in the game. And the only other thing that was really, even talkable to you guys in this update was that the end portals now have return portals. Other than that, I want you guys to really just play it and have the experience for yourself. Alright guys, so I think that is going to do it for this update video for Minecraft 1.11, the exploration update. If you guys have any comments, questions, please leave a comment below and let me know. Otherwise, hope you guys all have a great day, and thank you all for watching. This is iJevin. Peace out.